What do you guys think about red? I mean, really red. Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. It's beautiful. Look at this thing. This is the best red watch I've ever seen. The band, wow. The bezel, wow. What are we looking at? It's something really new. It's called the TS03. It's now available from Amazon. Yep, and check the show notes for the link to get you over there and hopefully have a coupon too. Or you can pick it up directly from their website. Haokin. I believe. I'm really hard on Chinese pronunciation. But anyway, it's Haoqin. It's the TS03 by way of specs. It's a 1.3-inch 360 by 360. Beautiful screen. 55 grams. There's the dimensions, an IPS screen, 23 millimeter strap. All the things you really need to know in an abbreviated spec. What you do want to know is it's IP68, supports swimming. It's got decent sized battery in this and battery life of 2 weeks average. It can go a full 30 days when you just use it in the standby or theater mode. It uses DeFit for the app, and these are the icons for some of the sports, like I said, including swimming. Let's dive into it. By the way, in the show notes, we'll have a link for you to pick this puppy up. We got a little cover that says, please charge your watch, get it all ready, and we've got the two-pin connector, magnetic clasping charger, not quite strong enough to hold the watch, metal back, and of course your diodes and whatnot there. One button, and inside is a manual and a little 1-year free extended warranty card. There's information on this side and this side. So you got a QR code you can scan. So it looks like these guys are really going to be providing some follow-up support. Here we go. Inside the manual, basic stuff about charging it. And it's a nice colorful one too. The index. You're going to download DeFit. This is how you tether it. You're looking for the TS03 Plus, okay? And ways you get into and use it. The different functions that are in this watch, we'll show you that. It does have removable bands. I don't know why you'd want to. They're gorgeous. How you should put it for your best sensor placement to get accurate vital data. It does heart rate and blood pressure and blood oxygen, different symbology, and then we're into a different language. It has weather in this one as well. Let's clear it out, charge it up, and turn it on. Once again, the major highlights here on the back of the box. We didn't give you long enough to look at that, and some more information about it. Are you ready? So am I. Come on, camera. Here I am. There we go. Not only is this thing really, really red, but I got some incredible watch faces too. Look at this one. It's Ferrari derived. They say that right in their literature and show cars on the screen. It's really cool. You got to twist your wrist to see the time, and we've got all of these different controls. Here's our overall brightness. There's full brightness, gang, and there's the lowest one, which also happens to be what you get in this theater mode or cinema mode. Talk about that in a minute. There's vibration or not. Weather in your area, you can tap it and go right into the weather report. Gives you few days forecast as well as the overall weather. You've got your settings. Basically, you can reset power off. You tell about the watch. It's the TS0303 Plus. We also have a bunch of other things. A stopwatch in here that locks the screen up when it's running and you can't get out of it, which is kind of cool. You can't even press the button. You literally have to pause it and stop it to get out of it, swipe to get out of it. You got alarms. You've got a timer in this one, countdown type timer from up to 2 hours down to 1 minute. You've got the dimming we just saw already. That's the vibration control, which turns on or off the vibration. Cinema mode, reset power off, about. We saw those. And then your app or QR code. It's the DaFit app. You can find the link to it in the show notes under the video, or you can scan that thing and download it. And it's a nice app. I'm going to go through a little bit of the details of that. Let's talk cinema mode. When I tap that, or theater, it puts it in the lowest light level and it suppresses all the other kind of stuff. So you can get your full 30-day use out of this one when you're in this mode, and it's not all that dim. It actually is pretty decent brightness-wise. As soon as you go out of it, of course, you come back to your full brightness, whatever you have it set for. When we swipe this way, we're getting into a lot of the apps. Sports is basically your step count, and it's showing you all of that stuff. We've got your last night's sleep time here, and it's broken up on the chart so you can see your deep and your light sleep for the night from the time you went to bed to the time you woke up, right on your watch. Usually you have to go to the app for all of that. That is nice. You can measure your heart rate. Coming in here, there's the continuous heart rate, and I did a little bit of exercise just recently, and you can see it spiking in there. It'll give you your current measurement. Tap it, it starts lighting up the green diodes, and it'll just update for you right there. Then you got this training section. Now, this is kind of backward. It looks like you're going to hit play and it's going to start, but it doesn't. This is a workout I did, a 15-minute walk. You hit play, and now you get to choose your activity in here. There's no GPS in the watch. It does the distance ones like walking and running through your pedometer, but it does support swimming, which is really cool. And it's IP68 waterproof. And look at the brilliance of those colors. Really, really nice. Okay, we've got blood pressure in here. Shows you your last readings, systolic, diastolic. There's no gauge on here, so you just kind of estimate it. I guess you're looking to see if it looks like it's excessively big or something. Again, it's using the green diode technology here for blood pressure as usual. It takes just a few moments and it'll give you your reading. Now, I find the readings to be considerably lower than what I really am, so I would have to bias this by adding, say, 20. I'd say I'm 127 over 70. That might be about right. And they all consistently are lower, so not too sure about the accuracy. You'll have to check that for yourself. You also have blood oxygen in here. Here's my last 6 of 7 charts. Touch that one, and I'm not sure. It might be using infrared. It doesn't have red. It might be using green, but it does give you a blood oxygen reading fairly quickly, 97, and there's my last set of readings. And then you've got the weather. We showed you that already from up above, but you've got it here. You can remote shutter when you're tethered to the phone. Use this as a clicker for your camera or a remote music player. And then we got other things in here too, which is basically your setting stuff that we already looked at. They've got it in there a second time. And the 2048 game, which, if you're playing it, will stop right where you were. So if you're in line and then you got to move, you can just bail out of it and it'll be right in the same place you left off, which is kind of fun. You got a little game that you can play with too. As for watch faces on this one, yowie, they're so much fun. Look at this. It takes a little while to switch. You've got the Ferrari-themed faces. You have the ability to do a custom face with your own background. And in a moment, I'm going to show you in DaFit the different watch faces that you could also download to the watch. You can only put one on at a time from the app, but you definitely can do that. And you can then switch, like you're seeing here, between any of the stock watch faces, like this one, or the custom one, or the downloaded one. Here's another analog watch. Here's the custom one. It'll be digital, but you put your own picture. And this is one that I downloaded that I really like from the app, the DaFit app. This is from the Play Store. This is what it looks like. You open it up, and you got several cards of information. There's your step count. You can go in and look at any half hour, I believe, in here, and activity data. You've got weekly, you've got 7-day performance, and it tells you how you're doing ranked against other people. So if you're competitive, you've got that going for you here. Sleep time is right here. You've got the breakdown, and check it out. You've got a little slider here, and up at the top, it's showing you the minutes and the time frame of when you were in that particular sleep zone. That is really, really nice. I'd love to see that implemented on all apps. When you went to bed, when you woke up, you want it in a pie chart kind of a thing, circle, you've got it. You want your overall sleep score, you've got it, what it means, your average heart rate throughout the night, your lowest and highest, and your 7-day trends, and then some ranking about going to sleep early, about getting up early, and about your actual overall sleep, following some sort of a bell curve and where you are. I'm about middle right here for that one, and so forth. So as far as sleep analysis goes, this is really robust in the detail it goes into. Then you got your heart rate, and we've got the measurements of the last 7-day trend. This is instantaneous when you actually take the reading, or you can go into continuous heart rate right up to where we are right now. And again, I can slide across and stop at any place, and it's telling you the exact time, 7:30, 9, 8, 8:30. So it's every half hour it's taking a heart rate, and then it drops to 0 for where we are not yet in time, and it'll catch up. Light, aerobic, whenever you're in a specific zone, it's going to show you that information, and that's about it on here. Day, month, week, blood pressure, similar kind of thing. I don't have slider on this one. We're just looking at your last 7 trends, about information, and it's just showing you the basic chart for blood pressure. Again, it's reading low for me. Check it for yourself. Blood oxygen is in here now and showing you the percentage between 80 and 100. Not 0 and 100, where it's always up here and you can't even tell. This is easier to read. Look at that, from 95 to 100, which is typical. You can actually see it, and your last 7 scores, and I can measure it remotely. So someone wearing the watch, convalescing in the other room from COVID or something, you could actually take a remote reading outside the room just by going into doing it on the app, and that's really nice. You got outdoor running. That's what I've done, or you can set that up. Sorry, this is the one where you can set it up in the app. You can turn on location, take your phone with you, and get your trajectory information for when you're doing exercising. But if you just do it from the watch, which I told you I did a walking thing, here you go. And this is my heart rate at the different actual time when I was doing it. I don't see that on any apps. They'll kind of tell you started here and 3 minutes and 15 seconds into it, you were here. But this is actually calibrated to the time of day. So if you want to put this in walking, for example, not on the app, but on the watch itself, set up walking and just leave it there all day long, you probably at every minute of the day could have a reading on your heart rate. Look at that, 100 beats at exactly 8 a.m. 8:01, 8:02, 8:03, so it's every minute it's doing it. Here's your mileage, steps, information, the zones you were in. I just did a gentle walk to get data for you, but if I really worked out, you can even go up to your VO2 max. And you do set all that stuff up about you, and I'll show you that in just a minute. And you can get more training data, whatever other activities you have, they are here. This is the one we just looked at, so I only have one in here, but gives you a good idea of what you can do. Now you come over to the watch, there's the hookup for it, and these are the watch faces here. These are the ones that are installed, the stock faces. You have the custom face, and then this is the optional face that you can get from any of these faces. When you come in here, it connects to a server. I love that one. Look at that. The first COVID watch face I've seen with a mask. Awesome. Remember, this is a red watch, so you might be inclined to look for the ones that are pink or red or salmon or whatever. But you do have some really nice analog faces, some very psychedelic ones. That might be interesting on the watch. I'll have to try that one later. These kind here, sometimes it's the same face, but it's been changed in colors. It gives you a little bit more choice. Here you go with the digital, more analog. There are a lot of faces in here, definitely. That's a really cool one. I tried that on the watch. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's a really nice one. That's the one I've been playing with as a digital. Here's some other analog ones. I tell you, DeFit, there's another great red one. DeFit has some excellent, there's a nice subtle one. Really fun faces. They got a lot. Absolutely a lot. You can set up notifications, alarms, a shutter. Other is where you have control over 12, 24-hour metric or imperial, your do not disturb times. You can do sedentary reminders. You can do water reminders. You can do continuous heart rate or not. You can come down here, do weather if you want to, set up what city you want it in, Fahrenheit or centigrade. And then you got the female cycle stuff, although it doesn't seem to be supported on the watch or in the app, but you can put it in here. I haven't really messed around with it, so to speak, but you can set up reminder modes, so perhaps you'll get push reminders, but not a card that shows you where you are in your cycle. But if you've registered female, you'll have that capability, and you do that registering here in your profile, and you can set up birth date, height, weight, and step length, which will improve on the accuracy of your distance while running and walking. Goals, background operation, you set that whole thing up so the app will run in the background, and that covers the app. Really nice, really attractive, colorful, and oh my God, the watch is just to die for. Look at that. There's the red digital on the red watch. Wow, wow. I am very impressed with this one. One thing I wish it had, I mean, if you've got 2 weeks of use out of it, normal. I'd love to see the screen set up so that it could be always on. You know, if you go into that cinema mode, let it be in its lowest lighting level like that, and leave the screen on 24/7, or at least throughout the day. That would be a nice option, but that would probably mean an enhancement to DeFit because you probably need to trigger that from the settings. But it times out, but it's got a fairly decent time on. You can't adjust how long it will be on or how long the twist your wrist to show it will stay on, but it does seem to be reasonable for using it in a practical kind of way. All right, once again, it's the Hauokin TS03. You can pick it up from a couple of places. One is Amazon. Use the link in the show notes, and hopefully we're going to have a coupon for you on the site as well. And you can get it right from the Hauokin website. This is a little snippet of it. It's running about $55. If there's a coupon discount, of course, I'll incorporate that in the show notes down below, so check for that. And yeah, I think it's a winner. Definitely something fun if you want to be extravagant, seen, fashionable, a Ferrari kind of a feel, or any kind of sports car. Sweet little watch. All right. Thanks for watching, gang, and we'll see you again soon.